Hey VC, it's Ron. Thanks for joining me. I got some recent finds to show, and I pulled a little bit out of my collection. This video is probably going to run a little short. I didn't pull all that much, so it's a good update for you guys anyway. This is the first recent find I got. It's the Buckinghams, kind of a drag. And this is an original mono copy, and it's on a small label before they signed with Columbia. It's on the USA label, and this came in mono and stereo. This is the mono. There's a rare version of this album in mono, and it's got "I'm a Man" on it, and it's worth hundreds of dollars. Unfortunately, this copy is not one of those, but still, pretty cool album. I like it. It's sort of garagey pop. It's more pop than garage, but they have nice garage guitar breaks in the songs. Pretty strong album. Pretty cool. These guys were out of Chicago, and quite cool. Then I picked this up, and this is I got this still sealed. It was a used copy, but it was still sealed, and I got a smoking price on this thing of $7. And check this out. It's a colored vinyl edition of 600. There was only 600 copies on colored vinyl, and this came out about 5 years ago. And my copy is on creamy orange vinyl. And so this is the first Lemon Drops album that I have ever bought. I'd only heard "I Live in the Springtime," which is excellent song. I did some research on these guys, and actually "I Live in the Springtime" was their only record to be released during the time that the band was together. And they were only together a few years, but during about a 2-year period they recorded a lot of material. And in the 80s, Psychedelic released their first and second album, which was previously unreleased. And it also included, I guess it was recorded live in the studio, and they also threw some demos and other outtake material or something like that in on the albums as well. And this release is on Psychedelic, and yeah, this is really cool. Pretty professional sounding. It was produced really well. A lot of cool fuzz on a lot of these tracks. A lot of psych going on. I can't say that it's all killer, but it is. It's pretty good stuff. And there's one song on here that this is all recorded in Chicago, I believe, where they were from. And there's one song on here called "Popsicle Girl," and evidently the parts for that record were cut at audio recorders here in Phoenix, because there's an acetate right here for this song, for that song, and it's right here, and it's on the audio recorders label. And you'll remember that in an earlier video of mine, we went and we visited that studio. And so I thought that was pretty cool that, you know, at first I was wondering, wow, I wonder if they recorded there, but I read the liners, and it was actually recorded in Chicago, so the parts were cut at audio recorders, as well as an acetate was made there. Pretty cool, and well worth getting. And then I got this near mint copy of the Monkees' "Missing Links" on Rhino, and it came out in 1987. And I've not listened to this yet, I just got it today, but it contains all previously unreleased material. A lot of it dates back to 1966. I haven't really checked into this too much, so I can't really elaborate it too much, but this one's not. This one doesn't pop up very much, I don't believe. So I got a real good deal on this one, and looking forward to hearing that. And then last week I picked up a mono copy of the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band. This is their first album, Gorilla. And I showed this in an earlier video of mine. But this is a mono, my other copy's stereo. This is a mono copy. And it has a promotional sticker here up on the corner. And it's not white label, but it has this interesting Dayglow sticker on the cover. Bringing notice that there is a Gorilla booklet on the inside. And I do have the Gorilla book. The Gorilla booklet wasn't in this copy, but I do have the Gorilla booklet in my other copy, which I failed to show. So I'll show that now, and this is it. And I'll go ahead and show you the whole booklet. Now on the first album they were the Bonzo Dog Doodah Band. Then after that they just changed their name to the Bonzo Dog Band. Alright. And this album did come out in 1968. There were mono stock copies of it made, but I'm sure they're quite rare. And so happy to get this. Now I got this mono and stereo mix of that album. And then I picked up this at the thrift store, Rare Earth, Get Ready. And this is a second 1970 issue. The original issue had a die-cut cover, rounded top like the Pretty Things SF Sorrow. I had this back in the 80s, and it's pretty cool. Get Ready is the sidelong track on side 2, and it's recorded live. And yeah, I haven't listened to side 1 yet. I listened to side 2, so I'm gonna have to play that. Be interesting to hear that again. Okay, this next one is proof that you can still find cool stuff in a thrift store. And this is called Dialogue, and it's a local pressing out of Pennsylvania. And it originally came out in 1972, but this is a second repress in 1974. And this is the label. And this is really cool, sort of pop psych. Really, the thing that really stood out on this album, besides the songwriting, was the vocals. Really cool, sort of 60s pop vocals with good harmony. It's got kind of a British flavor. And really strong album. There's only one bad track on the whole album, and that's just a deliberately goofy song that they decided to throw on there, and it doesn't really work very well. But yeah, this is a really cool album, and so I was really happy to find that. And luck will have it, it actually had a press kit stuck on the inside, which is quite rare. And the folder is a concert poster for a college back east, and then it has this letter that it describes that it was sent to a disc jockey, and it's actually signed by the two guys in the band on the bottom, and it's dated December of '75. And then this is a 8x10 glossy of the guys, and then it just has like these collection of reviews and stuff out of various East Coast newspapers and, you know, local articles and stuff about the band. And then this is like places they've played, you know, mainly colleges. And they opened up for a whole bunch of headliners. And this is a list of the headliners right here. Mainly folk rock oriented people. And so this is pretty rare. I found one copy online that had sold a couple of years ago with the press kit, and it was a second issue like this, and it went for $150. The original 72 issues of this had a hand silkscreen cover that the band did, and those go for $200-300. But you know, I got a press kit with mine, so I'm really happy about that. That is online on YouTube. You can listen to the whole album. Really excellent. This is Naked Prey, and they were originally out of Tucson. And I picked this up today. It's a 1984 mini album, and they were part of the Paisley Underground in LA. This has got a little heavier sound on it, but some of it's kind of got that little more of a psych garage feel to it. And it's autographed by 3 of the band members on the back. And it appears that it's signed by the singer on here, and it appears that he inscribed it to his father. It says, "Dad, thanks for all the rides." So evidently this copy belonged to the lead singer's father, so that's kind of interesting. And it was produced by one of the guys in Green on Red. And this is another Tucson album that came out in the early 80s. I think it was 83. Yeah, 83. And this has been reissued, but this is the original copy. It's Ashbury, and it's Endless Skies, and it's actually autographed by 2 of the brothers down at the bottom that were in the band. And this album is in Acid Archives. The review that's given on it is not very good, and obviously the guys in Acid Archives had never heard this album because they described it as being like Black Sabbath-like. There's one song on here that is sort of hard rock like that, but the overall sound of the album is nothing like that. It has sort of a progressive 70s psych feel to it. A really good album. And this album is Autumn People, and it came out in I think it was 75, and this was recorded in Phoenix. This is a local release. They had a couple of singles as well, and it's on Soundtech Records. And this album was actually recorded about a half a mile from where I used to live as a kid. And I remember when the studio was open, we used to ride by it on our bikes. In fact, I drove by there not too long ago when I was doing my, I was scouting out some places to show in my field trip videos. But I did go over there, and it's just, it's long gone, you know, it's just a building. But pretty good prog psych album. Well worth investigating. That's probably on YouTube as well. And here's another Arizona album. It's called Bliss. Now this is not an original one. The originals go for hundreds of dollars. This is a reissue, and it comes with a insert. And I believe this came out originally in like '69, and it's sort of heavy acid rock. Nothing killer, but it's pretty cool. And this is on white wax, and it's got a little bit of pink thrown into the vinyl, just a little tad. And there's a Bliss 2 that's previously unreleased material. I don't have that. And this is Hillary Blaze, and the name of the album is Exposure. And this is one of the better local Arizona records. This I think this was actually out of Scottsdale, and it's sort of like heavy art rock. There's some pretty trippy stuff on this, and it's pretty cool. It's their only album, and it came out in 1977. And I actually got this copy in a thrift store. It's a real nice original copy. These pull some pretty good money. I think around 100, between 100, 150, something like that. And this is a second pressing of it, where they changed the cover a little bit. They added some color on the front, and they actually got a different band member, so they substituted his picture into the back cover. And this one has an insert that the first issue did not have. And this is it. And you're not going to be able to read it because it's backwards. But this is an actual emergency tuned to. Then it has the company record label address and name, and then it says for details. And then there's like a little order form at the bottom where you can write them. But yeah, this is a really cool album. It's one of the better, probably one of the better local Arizona albums. And this is another recent find that I got, Small Faces, and it's a Record Store Day exclusive, and comes with a little insert, and then it has a Small Face record collection on the back that they came out with. And this is from last year, and it has Afterglow of Your Love, which is a previously unreleased single mix, and it also has Up the Wooden Hills to Bedfordshire, and it's dedicated to Ian McGuinn, who passed away last year. And there's a picture of the band on the back. And this is a sticker right here, and this is a sticker. And pressed Germany on the pink immediate label. It was kind of pricey, but Record Store Day exclusive, and I got a really great deal on that lemon drop, so I sprung for it. Okay, now I'm almost done, but I'm going to show a few little autograph things. This is a DVD insert for the Ruddles that's autographed by Neil Innes, and he made a club appearance here about 7, 8 years ago, and I'm pretty sure that's probably when he signed it. I did not go to that though. I wish I would have, but it says, "Happy Birthday Barry, great trousers." And then it says, "Lots of love, Neil Innes," and then down below that he wrote "Ron Nasty." So that's pretty cool. And then this is an autographed CD insert. It's autographed by Dave Davies to J. David Holmes, who was a long-time disc jockey here in Phoenix. And I got that really cheap used at the record store, and it was a promotional CD single for Hatred. Really killer Kink song. So that's pretty cool. And then I got this autographed Roger McGuinn Back from Rio CD. And I got this a long time ago at Rockaway when it was pretty much new. So it's autographed by Roger McGuinn. It says "Keep Rockin'" on the back page, so that's pretty cool. And in case you didn't know it, there's a Ruddles 2 DVD. Can't Buy Me Lunch. And I didn't even know about this when it originally came out, and then I found this in the CDs at Big Lots. And it's a newly recorded documentary that Eric Idle did, and it's got a lot of new material with current celebrities in it, and also previously unseen outtakes and interviews. So search, if you're a Ruddles fan, search this out. It's very cool. Can't Buy Me Lunch. Alright, that does it. That does it. Catch you guys later.